According to the Director General of the Debt Management Office, the current administration is on course to bequeath the nation's mind-boggling debt, totally 77 trillion. The Senate was clearly in disarray over Ways and Means advances of 23.7 trillion when it was presented by the Chairman Finance Committee, Senator Adeola Olamilekan. A financial expert speaks of the consequences if it is eventually approved.
The foundation of the inflation you see in Nigeria today is because of Ways and Means. So the Senate asking for explanation and implication of this on Nigerians is that not only has it caused inflation, which is called cost push inflation, where there's too much cash supply. It's called M1 money supply in central banking terms in the system, and it's chasing so few goods because industrial production output has not increased to match up with the cash supply. It's also caused devaluation, and devaluation has an impact on your inflation again. And the reason it has an impact on your inflation is because currency devaluation affects the rate at which you import goods.
Explaining further, it says considering it will only be passing a baton of debt to the next administration.
This government has recorded the most budget deficits any Nigerian government has ever had since 1960. For example, within 2021 and 2023, the federal government borrowed 13 trillion naira from the CBN as Ways and Means. The Ways and Means is the CBN creating money out of thin air because it's a central bank. So what has happened over time is that as you create money out of thin air and you advance to the federal government, they don't pay the money, it accumulates, you consolidate and you roll it over into the next financial year. And that limit, when Jonathan left in 2015, that limit, between 2014 and 2015, that limit went from 272 billion to 869 billion.
In another interview with a lawmaker representing Taraba Central Senatorial District, says the consideration of the Ways and Means advances will not go without due scrutiny.
So the Senate is considering it, and Senate is waiting for information from the executive side, so that it can give it, expeditious, consideration, and see whether it's something that we can approve or we cannot approve.
In the request, President Muhammadu Buhari says it has been affording option to the federal government to cater for short-term or emergency finance to fund delayed government expected cash receipts or fiscal deficits. Henrietta Okpoko, TNTV Network, Abuja.